Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. It's a jam-packed show today. We've got some ZEBIC updates. We've got some concerns on a yen carry trade unwind. The market is pumping before a dump. Very likely. You need to be prepared for it. As you know, I'm fully invested. I have all my cash, all my bank, all my margin, refinanced. No one could be more bullish than me. However, what if we do get a drop? If we do get a drop, it could go down as much as 50%. That's a real concern. That isn't clickbait. That's not a drama. That's not trying to scare people. It's there to warn you, help you be successful. I've had now 28 or 29 trades and 29 wins. I don't lose money. There's no reason to lose money, but you have to be prepared for everything. World War III, tensions in the Middle East increasing. No one believes now what Trump is saying, especially those in the Middle East. We've got, I'm going to end wars. Wars aren't going to start under me. I'm going to finish the war in Russia in 5 minutes, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week. Never came. No one's fighting underneath me. Well, we've got riots now across America. World War III, I'm going to make sure that the Middle East cease and stop. Well, they're not going to. Iran is not going to step down. So what do? Kicked it down the can. I'll deal with it in another 2 weeks. It's a bit like the TikTok plan. The TikTok deal has been kicked down the can half a dozen times. Just another 90-day extension. Nobody wants to buy it. I can't solve it. I just put it off another 90 days. This keeps happening. Tariffs. Tariffs on, tariffs off. What is happening? You need to be prepared. The Bank of Japan on the very brink of raising rates because of inflation. If they do, bonds sell off. If they sell off, stock market in the United States will crash. 100%. It's just whether they do it or not. Well, do you want to be an investor with the potential of waiting for somebody else to do something? Or do you want to be in charge of your money? Bitcoin. People say money could flood into Bitcoin. Is that true? Is Bitcoin really a hedge against inflation? Is it really a safe haven? The Fed, FOMC, Donald Trump criticizing, of course, Jerome Powell again. He can't get rid of him, but he's ready to announce his replacement. I think it'll be Scott Bessent. Scott Bessent wants to bring rates down to zero. Trump thinks if we get a rise in inflation, we can simply put the rates back up again. The fact he says that should scare the hell out of you, because as you know, it doesn't work that way. It takes time. There's a lagging effect when you raise rates. It doesn't fix it overnight. It can take years when you put rates up and put rates down. Trump says if we have a problem with rates, inflation going back up, we simply whack the rates back up again. It doesn't work that way. It sends the world into a spiral. Economies are out of control, and that's what we get. We know that we've got this on-off chaos environment at the moment. Who wants chaos in the stock market and the bonds? Because if you get chaos in the bond market, the market will crash on top of the Bank of Japan issue. EU deal. Is it really on? Apparently we had a 10% deal. That's gone cold. What's going on? Well, let's try and unravel all of this nonsense. Most importantly, protect our money. People focus way too much on how to make money, when really they should be looking at how to protect their money. When I have conversations with millionaires and one billionaire, they all say the same thing. When you've got money, you behave very differently. You are looking to take care of your money, because if you are in the fortunate position to have a decent amount of money. You can earn 4% for doing absolutely nothing just by holding it. And if you've got $1 billion, 4% is a lot. And that's the point. Real money takes care of their money. People with no money take all the risks in all the world and put it all on the line. Well, I started with $5,000. I've now got 400, if we look here, $438,000. Never done options, never done shorts, never done crypto. I just own the S&P, buy with conviction, and buy like Buffett when the markets are showing me the obvious oversold sign. Simple, very simple strategy. So I've got real money now, and I've got real margin too. And if the markets go down, if I look at if I show you my buying power, you will see it's all margin. 46%, the market can drop 46%, and I'll be fine. So I'm fine, but not 50%. Could it go 50%? Yes, it could, because the Bank of Japan carry trade unwind is one of the most dangerous situations we have been in the stock market for over 100 years. It's a real deal. It's not drama. It's not clickbait. It's not a bit of nonsense. It's a real thing. We need to think about it. Now, a few months ago, I think it was about 8 months ago, there was the beginning of a carry trade unwind. Let me explain what that was, and you may remember what actually happened. We had an unwind. What that essentially was investors, banks, institutions in Japan have the access to borrow money very, very cheaply. In fact, in some cases, negative. They get paid to borrow money. It goes negative. They are basically the pulse of the financial world, essentially the United States. It's incredible. The United States, Donald Trump's focusing on building stuff in America. He's not really focusing on the fact that Japan control the pulse, the very pulse of the United States economy, because they buy our bonds, they buy our debt. And as we know, the bond market is in a bit of turmoil at the moment. And what happened last time is rates started to go up in Japan because inflation started to go up, and people borrowing money using leverage, margin at 100 times margin, huge amounts of risk because their borrowing costs were so low, they were liquidated. They got margin called, and essentially what that meant was the stocks would be sold. Massive amounts of US stock was sold. Down went the stock market. You can't stop it. Suddenly mass selling, everyone dumping, then everybody else who was owning the stocks in the US starts to dump, and down we went. I think we went down somewhere about 5-6%. It wasn't that much. It was quite a concern that I bought, by the way. I really did buy a lot of shares on the last yen carry trade. I did. However, it wasn't that dramatic. It could have been a lot worse. It was a small unwind, not a complete unwind. Now things have moved on and inflation is rearing its head. Now you've seen inflation going back up in the United Kingdom, and there is talk of raising rates again in the in the UK. So they've been reducing rates. Trump keeps saying they've reduced rates 10 times. They actually haven't, but he says they have. They keep reducing rates in the United Kingdom, and now they're thinking about starting to raise them again. Inflation hasn't gone away. It's slowing, but it hasn't reached the target we need it to be. So is Jerome Powell wrong? Well, I said we should get a rate cut. I thought we could add 0.25%. 0.25% wouldn't change a lot, but send a good signal. He can afford 0.25%. I predicted it. I was wrong. It didn't happen. Is he wrong, though, not to do it? Well, he knows more about the financial world than I do, obviously. He's the chairman of the Federal Reserve. You'd assume so, right? Now, is he political? We had a vote. It was really split. We couldn't establish whether you thought he was political or not, because we had, I think, 70% say he was. And you might say, well, there's the answer. Well, no, because we have about 60% of our audience is probably Republican and about 40% a Democrat, I'm guessing. It seems to be about that sort of number. So to get 70% saying he's political is virtually just Republicans saying he's political and Democrats saying he's not, which is what you'd expect, right? So I can't really see what the overall real sentiment there was, other than I'm just always siding with my favorite politician. So I couldn't see anything there. So, you know, however, we've got a real issue this time, because now what's happened is we've got inflation rising. Bank of Japan looking like they're going to have to raise rates. And when they raise rates, they'll be selling bonds. And when they sell bonds, and then the trades unwind, we'll be getting margin calls, we'll be getting dumping of stocks, bonds will be surging, and they'll have to offer higher rates to get people to buy US debt. US debt is already on a unsustainable trajectory, and then we're down and everybody's selling, and we've got a 50% crash. So is it likely? It's very likely. It's a very real concern. Now, I have always said, and this is why I'm on YouTube, is I am in charge of my life. I don't work for anyone. I'm not sponsored by anyone. No one pays me, employs me for my opinions or whatever. I am in control of me as much as I can be. Of course, I technically work for YouTube, but I don't. But they run the network, and if they shut my channel down, I have no income, right? But other than that, we always rely on somebody. I mean, there's no way one man is an island, all right? But at the end of the day, I want to take care of my finances. So I believe in the American economy, and I've gone all in when the market was down, dramatically down. You all know my story when I bought massively on the V shape. Majority of my margin was used going down and at that V shape for that recovery. That was caused by Liberation Day. That was overselling. Where we are now is around about the normal trajectory. We are again overbought. Of course we are, because we're overbought now because we've got the S&P being valued at 23, 24 times earnings again. Under 17, which is when I bought down here massively, that was undervalued. It's all about patience. As you all know, I will never pay $10 for a can of Coke when it's only worth $1. I buy value, and I'll wait for value. Just the same way as Warren Buffett doesn't buy back Berkshire Hathaway shares because they're overbought again. He only buys things when they're undervalued. It's a very simple strategy, but we don't live in a world like that where most people don't do that. They want to get rich now. They'll buy a momentum, they'll buy a pump, they'll buy something on the way up, rather than buying it when it's undervalued. Because undervalued takes knowledge and power and conviction. Most people don't have that. They just buy on the way up because it's exciting, and they get the fear of missing out. Lemmings over a cliff. I want to buy when it's undervalued. So I bought when it's undervalued, and I went all in, and I'm up, and I've beaten Berkshire Hathaway this year. I've beaten Robinhood's management fund, and I've beaten the S&P 500. Hurrah for me. 28 or 29 trades. I've lost count now, and 28, 29 wins. Great. I've recently done another tax lot trade where I lowered my average and I got a lower price. So I'm happy. But I do have this position here. 46% margin buffer. I'm happy with that, but not 50%. So in tomorrow, I get paid once again from YouTube. It's my payday every month. I'm bringing money in, and every single month when it's been down, recently I've been buying, and then I've been buying with margin as well. So I double my investment. I won't be buying. I will not be buying when I get paid tomorrow. I will be reducing my margin. You can see I'm already reducing my margin. My buying power is now up to $2,000. It was zero yesterday. You may remember. Not yesterday. We wasn't here yesterday. On Wednesday, it was zero. It's now 2,000. I've started to trim using tax lots again, taking money off the top of the table, the money, the highest paid stocks, the ones that don't help my portfolio, the ones that are mostly overbought. I've taken some of them back, and I've got a refund for the money I paid for them. And I say a refund because I didn't make a profit, didn't make a loss. I just got my money back because I'm protecting the stocks that are below the ones that hold my portfolio up. Now, if we get a rally today, going into the potential yen carry trade, which we could, because the market is not an investor. The market is a trader. The market does not look forward. It reacts. I'm not a reaction trader. I'm a proactive trader. I'm a proactive investor, I should say. The market doesn't work that way. It doesn't care about the flag, doesn't care about America, doesn't care about you. It just protects itself. It'll sell if it thinks it's bad, and it will buy if it thinks it's good. That's it. Doesn't think anything else. It doesn't have any loyalty to anything. So when the algorithm is triggered and there is a reason to dump, it'll dump en masse. So it could happen at any moment. Any moment we could get a Bank of Japan announcement, and then boom, you have got the market going down. And then it's too late. Do you sell on the way down? Too late. So I am looking today for a pre-crash rally. Especially as we're going into a weekend and we've got the Middle East getting worse. We're going backwards and forwards with the firing. There's no resolution now. Trump was going to solve it. Trump was going to do this, going to do that. Now it's, I'll let you know in 2 weeks. 2 weeks? What's all that about? Remember, he left the G7 to go into the Situation Room for a meeting. Everybody thought he was going to say, we're going to go in or we're not going to go in. And what we got was, I'll sort it out in 2 weeks. Like we had the TikTok. Oh, TikTok, well, we'll kick that down the can for the third time and an extension of 3 months. There's no resolution. So there's no solving the problem. There's no end in the war. So what happens? Uncertainty. Uncertainty is our enemy. And we're going into an uncertain weekend with a Bank of Japan yen carry trade hanging over us. So I want to make sure that my portfolio is safe for Sunday night when the pre-market opens. I don't want to be down 50% and having to sell for loss, having to sell when I'm down. Won't be selling for losses, of course, because a lot of my shares are up. But and I wouldn't sell the. But anyway, that's another story. So I'm not. I don't want to go into the weekend with uncertainty. So when I get paid from YouTube tomorrow, I'll put some money in. It will raise my margin buffer from 46 to maybe 47, but still not 50. I can predict a 50% crash. So I don't want to sell for losses. I want to be able to buy that dip. Absolutely. I want to buy that dip. That's not a bad thing. I hope it happens. Why do I hope it happens? Because I don't need to retire today. I want to retire. Oh, it's getting close now. It's getting close now. I want to retire in 10, 20 years. So I hope it crashes. And I hope you're prepared. I'm hoping it crashes. Sell. Tax lots. I am looking to take some money off the top. There you go. There you go. There's my positions. So those 55 shares I bought the other day, that's $30,000 trade. You saw me do it live on the show. 55 shares there. And I lowered my average. You may remember I paid no tax. I lost no money. It was perfect. I showed you how to do it. In fact, I improved my average and I improved my position. If we can get my most expensive shares, which are the ones at 51.96, 551.96. They are the most expensive shares. If I put them here, sort by cost. There you go. 551. 551. There you go. There's the most expensive shares I bought. They're now sorted by price. They are the only ones that are red, those top 4. See those there, look? So essentially, what I'm waiting for is if we get a slight pre-crash pump, which we're getting right now, and I can make a few bucks on those 55 shares, that'll be enough. That will bring my portfolio up to around the 50%. It'll also give me $30,000 and I'll get paid on Saturday and I'll have even more money and I can buy a massive dip if we get one. I want to be able to buy $30,000, $40,000 at 30, 40% lower. I won't time the market. I won't try and get 50% dip. I will be buying laddering in on the way down. So if we get a 10% drop, I'll buy 10 grand's worth. If we get a 20% drop, I'll buy, and then it drops another 10%, I'll buy another 20 grand. Now I'm 30 grand in. I will ladder on the way down. So we're watching this closely. This will be a $30,000 trade live on the show. You'll see me do it. There's the S&P 500. We're watching it closely. And we're going to try to take some money out of it to raise me to 50% buffer, to be able to have 30 grand to buy a dip. That's what I want to do. All right. I won't pay tax on those trades. I won't have any profit on those trades. I won't lose any money, but I will be prepared to buy a dip. Now, you might say, what if the stock market goes up? I've always said I would rather be in the market and be down than be out of the market and it go up. And that stands true today. Always the same. However, if I sell 30 trades, remember, $30,000, I've still got $410,000. So it's not like I'm taking all my money out of the stock market. I'm simply taking a very, very small amount so I can be prepared for what is likely to happen. I can be prepared to buy back and improve my position. If I have to buy on the way up, then so be it. But we're not going to get resolution to the yen carry trade for a long time. The stock market is not going to get fixed. The tariffs, the inflation, rates coming down is not going to happen in 5 minutes. It's going to go on for at least a year. So I've got plenty of time if I have patience and I'm prepared to wait. Now remember, I'll still be in 99% of my money, 99% of my cash will still be in, but I will be able to live through a 50% drop, but most importantly, I will be able to benefit from it. There's so many YouTube channels who are focused on telling you how to get rich, how you can get rich in 5 minutes. What I always do is how you can protect your money and always win. I always win. I never lose. My portfolio is always going up. I don't sell for losses. I make money and we're always winning. So I want you to win. I don't want anyone here to lose. There's no reason to lose, but you do have to understand the risks and the downsides. Okay? So I'm going to go to all the news. We've got a lot of news, a lot of quotes to read out, lots of updates to give you today. Let me go to the comments and questions. We've got lots of comments in the chat. So I want to answer everyone's comments. So what I'm going to do, as we have so many people today, it's a very busy show, and it should be. There's a lot of concern today with what's going on. What I'm going to do is to give all of my members a voice. No one gets left behind. No one gets ignored. No comment does not get shared on the screen. And no one is going around going, I've got no answer. I want an answer. So we fix that right now. I'm going to go members only. So all of my members, if you have a comment or question, please repeat it now. If there's something you want shared on the screen, please repeat it now. I may have missed it, so now is your opportunity. We are in members only mode. Here we go. Our first comment is James. Thank you, Vanessa. Never feel you have missed out in the stock market. Every day is a new day. Very, very true. I'm now sharing all members' comments. Everyone has a voice. Everyone can be shared on the screen, no matter what your opinions are, as long as they're not offensive and rude, of course. And I will answer everyone's questions. If you've just tuned in, we've got 377 watching. Before I do members' questions, let's have 1 minute of getting the likes up. I want 200 likes in 1 minute. Here we go. Let's do it. 200 likes in 1 minute. Let's pump up the volume, All right. And if you've not yet subscribed, please do. Thank you very much indeed.
Cameron Griffin has become a member.
Thank you very much. We are now at 85,983. Let's get 86,000 subscribers today on the show. Everyone who's a subscriber, by the time we get to 100,000, there'll be a special event and you're going to love it. So make sure you become a subscriber or a member. Member's even better because you'll get a special event for you as we celebrate 100,000. We're going to do something really special at 100,000. You don't want to miss it. And all members, it's a once in a lifetime. There's only 2 moments you'll ever see. There's 100,000 and there is 1 million. Big moments on the show, and you want to be a member that day if you want to see what happens when it goes to 100,000 and how it works and have it live. So on and so forth. So there you go. Right, let's get ready. Okay, how many likes have we got? Let's get it to 200 in 1 minute. There's 349 people watching. Where are we starting? 351. We've got 54 likes. Let's refresh the screen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. 121. Fantastic. All the way 122. We want 200 likes in 1 minute. Let's do it. Let's get there, and then we'll do all the comments and questions. I'll start sharing the comments now. Why do you think the reverse carry trade would unwind this weekend instead of July the 31st when Japan is due to make its interest rate decision? July the 31st. I appreciate that's when they're going to make the announcement, DS, but we are aware of what is likely to happen, and we can see the inflation rate going up. And with uncertainties in the Middle East, do you want to wait for it to be announced? That's what I'm saying. You can wait. Absolutely wait, but I am not going to do that. I'm going to make sure that my portfolio is protected. So that's my answer to that one. Great news on Discord. Thank you very much, Zaxate. 132. I will go to that in a moment. Let me read the next one. Tap the like button. 132. We're nearly there. We want 200 likes before we carry on. Why not sell more if it's going to crash that much? Because you don't know it's going to crash that much. The point is, you don't know when it will bounce back. And I want to always be in. I just want to protect myself if we're 50%. That's all. That's all. The stock market can crash and I don't sell. I'm simply selling from the top using tax lots to make sure I've got a 50% buffer. That's it. I don't want to sell the whole lot because then I'm out of the market. What if it doesn't happen? What if it doesn't happen? Cameron just became a member. Thank you much indeed. General chit chat. Thank you, Zaxite. We have our Friday phone in as well in 58 minutes. Martyn says tax lots are currently unavailable on my Roth. Yes, tax lots are unavailable on your Roth because there's no tax on your Roth. Please tap the like button. Cameron says, Martyn says tax lots are currently unavailable for my Roth. Is there a balance limit? There are no tax lots on a Roth because there's no tax on a Roth. You can sell any share you want, but you can't pick the shares you sell unless you email Robinhood. Yes, the carry trade in the newsletter today. I'm sure Martyn will cover it. Absolutely right. I will certainly cover it in the newsletter. Thank you, Sensei. Martyn, do you think that it will happen today? If not, what's the time frame? Where do you see a 50% crash reaching the bottom? When do I see it happening? I don't know when it's going to happen. No one can tell you when it's going to happen. I just want to be prepared for it to happen. All right? Let's hope we don't fall 50% unless you sell at the top and buy again at the bottom. Only advantage of a drop. No, Well, yes, exactly. But you don't have to sell at the top or buy at the bottom to benefit. There's everywhere in between as well. I'm still very new to all this and don't really understand it. But can you explain to me why Circle is up and XRP isn't? Well, they're completely separate businesses. That's why. And no one is buying XRP and everyone's FOMOing to Circle. I think 50% is including margin, said Sensei. Just bought 80 shares of Archer. Thanks, Vaz and the team. Please smash the like. 140 likes. We're 141. We need 59 likes, and I'm going to bring you all the news. We're going to ring the bell as well, the opening bell today from the New York Stock Exchange. We also have Day Trader of the Day today. We have stars of the show. We have updates from Zebic. Lots of stuff on the show to cover. So we're going to, once we get to, I'm just checking all my correspondence. Once we get to 200 likes, I'm going to carry on. Let's have a look. Good morning, everyone. Can you accept my friend, Peter Leach? I have no idea what that means. Can you accept my friend? I don't know what that means. Can I accept my friend? Can you please rephrase that? That makes sense, Cameron. Good morning, Martin and the Lucas Sandra John, legend, thank you, dude. Get to the like button. Okay, what are we now? 52, 48 to go. 48 to go. Let's pump it up. Let's pump it up. Let's pump it up. I think we could do this now very, very quickly. Here we go. 154. Very exciting. The market is still going up. Smash the like button. How many subscribers are we at now? We're trying to get to 100. We're trying to get to 86,000 today live on the show. It's been a very slow run from 85. We exploded from 80 to 85, and 85 to 86 has been really slow. This is how it goes sometimes. All right, there you go. Where are we now? The market is holding up a little bit more, and I'll start trimming using my tax lots. And we're just waiting for the right moment to do it. Right, where are we now? We're up to 168. Got 32 to go. We want 200 likes before the show starts. I've got some news today from Sensei about the carry trade. I'll be covering all of that. I've got another news source as well I want to show you here. I've got a big warning. I told everybody about this. Tesla, biggest load of nonsense. I told you I'm pro Tesla, but I'm not pro Elon Musk. He'll make predictions all over the place that are all incorrect, all not benefiting you, the investor. Tesla urged to delay robotaxi launch by Texas lawmakers. This was the story I gave you before it was the story. This came out yesterday, and I told you weeks ago that this was going to happen. I speak to people directly all the time, and I told you this story was going to happen, and now it's happening. All right, we'll cover that in a minute. All right, and we've got this as well. Trump postpones decision to strike on Iran. Yep, Trump said, I'll wait 2 weeks. Everything, when he can't get a deal, he simply says, I'll just postpone it again. He can't get a deal. He can't end the war in Russia. He can't get Iran to the table. They're not going to. And now it's, well, I'll just postpone it for 2 weeks. That's what he does. That's where we are. Going to cover all that in a minute. Anyway, as well as Sensei's story as well. So then, let me have a quick look here. What are we up to now? Are we there yet? 177. We got 33 to go. We want 100 and we want 200 likes. I tell you what, I'm going to end it in 10 seconds because I want to move on. I'm going to run out of time. 178. We're so close. 12 to go. Come on, 178. Awesome stuff. I tell you what we're going to do. I've got to move on. We're running out of time. So let me just end that. Thank you ever so much, everybody who tapped the like button. Appreciate it a lot. But let me fade out the music. I've got to get on with the news because we've only got 20 minutes to go before the bell goes. And I do also want to do Day Trader of the Day today, plus Zebic News, plus I want to bring to you... Plus, I want to bring to you the Friday phone-in as well. So the phone line is open every Friday with a phone line. We have a video call, live video phone-in. If you want to be on the show, ask a question. There it is. We have a panel of 10. on the show. These are the spots here. 10 spots. You can be on the show, talk to me, ask me questions, talk to each other. We do that every Friday on the hour. So in 50 minutes, you can be on the show. Let me pin that to the top. Get ready to call in. It's members only. You have to be a member to call in. You have to give me your name in the chat that you're calling in on. So then I go and answer the call and pick it up for you. All right. Right, so let's start with the headlines. And I'm going to make videos out of these because this is important. First bit of news is this one here. In fact, I won't make a video out of this one. I'll just do it. Stock futures inch up as Trump postpones decision to strike on Iran. So we were expecting when Donald Trump left the G7 abruptly, politely, actually, very, very nice, apologized and he left. But he left in the middle of the meeting, which disappointed everybody because they were all expecting to have a meeting that was on the agenda. Zelensky was hoping to talk with Trump, but none of that happened. He left. He went to the Situation Room. We all thought he was about to announce imminently some decision, strike or not to strike on Iran, on Tehran. In fact, what happened was he just postponed it, says, I'll wait and see, because essentially he can't get them to do a deal. So a bit like they're not losing face, Trump doesn't want to lose face. He just wants to kick it down the can. So that's where we are. So postponement, nothing going on. So what we got now is backwards and forwards firing at each other, nothing going on. Stock index futures inched up on Friday as President Donald Trump might decide about a US strike on Iran within 2 weeks. He might decide, he might not. He doesn't know. While investors weighed the Federal Reserve's rate decision. The S&P 500 NASDAQ is inching up. The 10-year Treasury yield was flat, 4.39. The 2-year yield was unchanged at 3.97. So there's no movement in the bonds market yet for the CAN-YERI trade. The yen carry trade. Carry yen trade. It's the yen carry trade. Okay. There's nothing. Market is still moving. If we can get over 1% today, I will start looking at some tax lots trimming. We shall just wait and see just a little bit longer. And then I'll keep my eye on the news. Right. Today also marks the second triple witching event of the year. This is important. I saw James talking about it earlier in the chat. Thank you, James. It's the second triple witching event of the year. A day which 6.5 trillion worth of contracts tied to stock options, stock index futures, and stock index option will expire. Such days have typically seen volatility in equity markets. Exactly. We could have huge volatility today, massive swings up, massive swings down, rebalancing. This is why I don't want to be having my highest trades going into the weekend with the volatility of the war, with the looming issue of bonds and Japan, and this potential crash that I am predicting. On top of that, we've got the triple witching event here. So such days have typically seen volatility in equity market. President Donald Trump is expected to decide within 2 weeks on a possible US strike on Iran amid the latter's conflict with Israel. Investors took some relief from this after the US entering the tensions hurt sentiment. They did. All right. If you're calling in, please let me know you are calling in. Markets are recovering a bit this morning after White House spokesman Leavitt said last night that Trump had dictated a message saying that based on the fact there's substantial chance of negotiations that may or may not take place with Iran in the near future, I will make my decision whether or not to go within the next 2 weeks. Doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything at all. but the market is optimistic to pump for a while before there's something. It's not good, this uncertainty. All right, so we are where we are. Let me bring Vaz in. Vaz is live today from the air show. Please stand by. Vaz, I'll be with you in a moment. This is absolutely wonderful. He's calling in live today from the Paris air show. We've got him live on the show, so stand by. All right, Vaz coming up in a minute, live on the show. Wall Street on Wednesday eased modest gains to end little change after Federal Reserve chair pout and uncertainty stemming from tariffs continue to call for a wait-and-see approach to monetary policy. We're going to come back to that because we do have Vaz live now from... Oh, the market is rallying. We've got 15 minutes to go. We've got Vaz live on the show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a video from this point promoting Vaz's a big event tomorrow. So it's 8:15. 8:15. Here we go. Vaz. World exclusive, live from Paris Air Show. We've got Vaz on the line. He will be with us live tomorrow on Saturday for a special, a big special tomorrow from Vaz, live from the air show. But we've got him live now, getting ready for the big event tomorrow. This is just a preview. So are you ready? We're going to bring in Vaz now, who is calling us in live from the air show. We have him live on the show. Let me bring him in. And I completely messed that up. I pressed the wrong button. I'll try that again. I'll try that again. We'll try that again, Vaz. That was bloody rubbish. Okay. World exclusive, live from the Paris Air Show. Tomorrow, Saturday, June the 21st. Vaz will be live from the air show, but we've got him live right now. He's live on the show, calling in, telling us and building up tomorrow's big event. He's flown to Paris, to the air show, to bring you the best EV toll information. We know we had Vertical Aerospace live on the show a few days ago. They called in. He'll be talking with them live from the show. But right now, here he is, the man himself, live from the Paris Air Show. Good morning, good afternoon, Vaz. How are you?
Can you hear me?
Just about. There's a lot of background noise.
Yeah, it's noisy. We've got massive aircraft A400 just flying overhead now.
Well, that will probably be the reason then. Fantastic, Vaz. You are there at the Paris Air Show for us. What are you going to see? What are you going to bring us tomorrow on the Saturday show?
Some eVTOL aircraft, definitely. Seen a lot today. That's not it. I'm still wandering around. I'm still talking to people, finding some interesting news. We might be in time tomorrow for a demo flight. I don't know. We might be. Might show that on the show as well.
That would be absolutely fantastic. What time are you going live tomorrow? Because you want to call into to the show like this with me, right? Tomorrow. What time are we doing that?
Just same time, same place as always.
The same time, same place as always. 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 Eastern, 1:30 in the UK. That'll be 2:30 for you in Paris. All right? Okay. So tomorrow, folks, make sure that you tune in. So Vaz, you're hoping to see some EVTOLs. Is that right? You can talk to the people there?
Yeah. Yep, I'm going back to speak to Archer Aviation because it's busy. It's obviously the peak of the show. I spoke to Whisk team, I spoke to somebody from Eve as well, and I'm still wandering around. There's so much to see. It's like weeks job in here.
It's absolutely fantastic.
3 days is not enough.
Vaz, we're very proud of you for flying all the way to Paris for us to bring us this exclusive. Thank you so much indeed. Is there anything you'd like to leave with the audience before you go?
Yes. If you put me on standby for 2 minutes, I will show you something where it's quiet.
Okay,
a little teaser for the air show.
I'll come back to you in 2 minutes then, all right? All right, fantastic. There is Vaz live from the air show. We're going to get a live show tomorrow. You cannot afford to miss it. Vaz is going to be talking to Archer, Vertical Aerospace. That's tomorrow. As you heard, we might even get a live test flight from from Vertical Aerospace or Archer, I'm not sure which one, tomorrow live from the Paris Air Show. So we'll be live tomorrow morning. It's an event you cannot afford to miss. Click above my head for the links, down below in the description. I'm making this live, so the links aren't there now. They'll be there for you watching later. And over here, I shall put the Paris Air Show live tomorrow, Saturday morning, June the 21st. We're going to be live there. And down here, I shall put Vaz's playlist with everything he has done on eVTOLs. You want to be part of that. You want to tune in and get ready for a major event tomorrow. It's going to be great. Thank you, Vaz. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. All right, Vaz, I've made your promotion video. When you're ready to go, just give me a wave and I'll come back to you, okay? All right, let me just refresh the stock market a minute. Okay. We've got everything ready? Okay. Market is rallying into the open. Let me just check my feed from Bloom CNBC. Yeah. I'm going to do a very quick one before we go into the bell and we come back to Vaz. So we're 8:21. 8:21. Tesla. Let me do this. I'm going to go to Tesla. TSLA. All right. Tesla, I warned you of this, and now it's happening. Looking good so far, right? The stock is up 1.84. But what did I tell you about Tesla a few weeks ago? And I've been repeating the same message now for 6 months. Elon Musk, wonderful, amazing. I'm bullish, just so you know. I'm pro Tesla. I'm pro Elon Musk. However, Elon does like to stretch the truth, exaggerate. His predictions are never on target. And he's told us that we're going to get Teslas driving around on Sunday in Austin, in Texas, just down the road from me. I'm in Dallas, not that far away, a few hours away, in fact. And I've warned you, this may happen. However, the reason that you're not going to get a robotaxi, and it could be delayed, and it could be delayed for years, is not because of Elon's cars and how wonderful it is because the insurance, the legalities, and everything else surrounding it is going to slow it down. And we have that news. It's now been put out officially from the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott. This was the news I got. This was just yesterday. Tesla urged to delay robotaxi launch by Texas lawmakers. So I'm not saying it's not going to happen on Sunday. I'm not saying you're going to overbuy the stock and then pump it up and forever and ever and ever and make some money by selling it. But we don't lose money here on this show. I always win 28, 29 trades. I forget now how many it is, and 28, 29 wins. So we've got to be careful not to overbuy. Well, you're always overbuying Tesla, but this is happening. A group of Democratic lawmakers, understand the politics behind this, from the Austin area has urged Tesla to delay its planned robotaxi launch in the city until September, when a new Texas autonomous vehicle law is set to take effect. In a letter sent Wednesday, and do I have live on the phone right now? Hang on.
Taking power.
No, I thought I had some news from Tesla coming then. I was just going to bring it to you if I had it. Give me a wave when you're ready, Vaz. We've got Vaz live from the air show. I think he's ready, so I'll come back to Vaz in a second. The new law, which still awaits the governor's signature, that's Greg Abbott, would require permits for autonomous vehicle operations and grant the state authority to revoke them if safety is compromised. It also mandates emergency response protocols. Like I said before, this is a very complex subject. Just because Elon Musk has been able to get the cars to work, there's a whole procedure that is not going to work on his timeline. And whether we get the launch on Sunday or not, and he's able to get round this issue, which I'm not sure he will, the main issue is the value of the stock going up because you all think that you're going to own a robo-taxi next week and they'll send it out over the air and you can make money. Just isn't the case. That isn't the case. It could be years before you're able to have a robo-taxi, thereby justifying the stock price. Anyway, do that information as you will. Please be careful. Don't overbuy the pumps and the rallies because you just get caught out. And I don't want to see any of my Lucasades lose money. There's no reason to lose money. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. Over here, the Tesla playlist. And down here, the big event tomorrow. We've got Vaz live in the Paris Air Show down there. Join us for that. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. I got 5 minutes, Vaz. Okay, here we go. Back to the main markets. The main market is pumping. I'm ready to take some profit. Breaking news live from the Paris Air Show in our build-up for tomorrow's big event at 7:30 a.m. Saturday, June the 21st. You cannot miss it. Vaz is live from the Paris Air Show with your favourite eVTOLs. He's live on the phone now. He said to me, call back in 5 minutes. I've got something great. Let's see where he is now. Vaz, you're live on the show. Good morning. Where are we now in the Paris Air Show?
I can't shout. It's like library in here. I need to be quiet. So we are looking at Whisk Generation 6 aircraft. I need to be very quiet. It's like library in here.
Okay. Okay, you just talk. I'll listen. I'll listen. You talk. This is amazing. There we go. There's the Whisk craft. Look at that in person. Brilliant stuff. Thank you very much indeed. I bet you're excited, right? I know you're trying to keep... I'll try and talk quiet as well. Thank you. We're with you tomorrow. What can we expect from you tomorrow, Vaz?
I'll be walking around live with a camera. I'll be showing all these aircraft, all these eVTOL aircraft. I'll be showing you much more. We might be lucky and we might see a demo flight of Beta Technologies and the Alia CX300. I don't know what was the time for the flight. I need to find out, but we might be lucky and see it on the show as well.
Thank you, Vaz. Thank you for being there. I look forward to joining you live tomorrow. Anything else before I let you go? We're 2 minutes before the bell goes.
No, it's going to be amazing.
Thank
you. The only way is up.
That's right. Thank you very much. Thanks for calling in. There we go. Vaz live from the air show. There you go. There's Whisk. Look at that. In real person. You can touch it. There you go. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. I'll also post it in the comments over here. I shall put Vaz, the air show tomorrow. And down here, I shall put Vaz's playlist of everything on eVTOLs. You cannot afford to miss it. World exclusive, live tomorrow from the Paris Air Show. Fantastic. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Okay, we're running out of time. We're just about to go. We've got our Friday phone in just a few minutes' time. Let me have a look at my tax positions now on the S&P 500. Let me have a quick look. Trade, sell, dollars, tax lots. Tax lots. Am I in profit yet? Are we holding? Yeah, kind of getting there now. All my positions now are in the green. I can sell for a very small loss or even sell for profit if I want to. There we go. There we go. To relieve some capital. We're watching it. We've got 2 minutes to go. We're waiting for the market to open. Interesting. There we go. I'm in the money on all my positions now. I'm in the money on 100% of my positions. We are rallying. We are rallying now. We are pumping up quickly. There we go. We are rallying into the open. Live on the show. Okay, 2 minutes to go. What are we going to do? We are pumping like crazy now. Huge volatility. Huge volatility. 2 minutes to go. Should I sell? Should I trim? Every single position now is in the money. If we go back to here, if I go back to here and I look at my tax lots and I sell dollars, selling tax lots. There you go. Every single share is in the money. I can't sell for losses. Every single share I own is in the money. Okay. So there we go. That's an all-time high position for me. Every single share is in the money. We've got 1 minute to go.
Consumer staples being losers this year overall. Kroger has outperformed. It's up 7% for the year, almost double the performance of the group.
Yeah, bouncing here, you see that pullback that started, back in, I guess, early May. Walmart peaked in January. Costco
I'm looking
peaked
for a sign
later.
of anything on the horizon
they're the biggest
that should alert me
out there. So it feels
to
as
trim.
If market's in search of
and
something.
the moment I see something that is going to concern me,
that's a play
I
on,
shall be trimming.
decent top
If not,
line.
I'll be riding this wave.
Yeah, we mentioned Walmart down 10 straight days a few days ago.
3,
and
2,
weakness in
1.
restaurants and bars and retail sales might imply some consumers are sticking to more groceries.
Yeah, I mean, market's definitely uneasy about it. Just not really willing to
Bella's
bet that
gone.
It's going to be steady as she goes on that. But Walmart really big in the momentum factor trade, too. That's been part of that decline.
Let's get the opening bell here at the CNBC Real-Time Exchange. With a big board, it's nonprofit Zero Prostate Cancer and pharma company Novartis. At the NASDAQ, it's Carver Bancorp, a community development financial institution. As we get a sense of the open here, hovering just above S&P 6K. Oil was above 76 to start the morning, now below 75.
Yeah, WTI had a bounce. There was an inventory draw, and I think that, maybe got a lot of people excited for another reason for a bit.
Okay, we have got the overall portfolio up, the S&P 500 up, Virgin Galactic is up 1.62. Palantir is like over 1,000 times earnings now. It's just through the roof. Anyone who buys this now is completely bonkers, but they won't listen because they'll go, I'm making money, until they're not. You cannot buy Palantir if you are a value investor. If you are a off-the-wall gambler, then you'll buy it and you'll keep buying it. Gold, down but pushing up. Interesting. Amazon, up. Apple's only 198, going up. Once you get to 210, we can start thinking there's a top. 198. Next year energy, flat. Enphase Energy, one of the best stocks you can buy at the moment on the stock market. How's it performed this week? It's down. It's been rising since we did. This is when we did our report on it. We told you we bought it here. We bought it here at $34. It's now $36. We were right. Our analysis was right again. Coca-Cola, flat. J&J, good time to buy it. Chevron Oil up a bit, not much. I'm watching. Tesla, everyone's overbuying now, getting ready for this announcement that may or may not come. McDonald's, a great buy. What a time to buy McDonald's. I wonder if I can sell my S&P 500 in my Roth IRA and buy McDonald's. Okay, I'm looking at that. That'll be my 30th trade. Sell all my S&P 500 in my Roth IRA, which is where I trade, and buy McDonald's at $2.89. Okay, just looking at that. Yeah. Google, Microsoft up 0.47. Too expensive. Nvidia holding its 140. We are trimming. Walmart going up. Tilray, it's got no value at all. Robinhood hit the $80 and sold off again. IonQ, too expensive. Rocket Lab, too expensive. Plug, just ridiculous, just a manipulation stock. Bitcoin up 1.66, 106,000. going sideways. XRP up 1.25. What Zebic doing this morning? Let's have a quick look at Zebic. In fact, Zebic looks better here. It's on Robinhood Wallet now. Robinhood Wallet. Zebic. I don't hold anything in it, of course, as you all know. Zebic. ZBCN. There you go. Zebic is up 2.36 today. Yeah, the market is starting to trim a little bit. Keeping an eye on Zebic for you. Holding up, 0.79. Let me go back to what? Okay.
Very good earnings, but they also authorized a $1 billion share repurchase program, and that just ties into what you're saying, that these buybacks have been an underappreciated fuel for this rally.
100%. And you know, the way I think about buybacks, and I view kind of everything through the lens of optionality, but the way I think about buybacks is that, one, they're a shock absorber. So into a market pullback, i.e. kind of the last 2 or 3 months of you know, tariff kind of, you know, vol events and headlines, they help absorb. They're most active into pullbacks. Otherwise, they're kind of this latent passive bid under the market, supporting the market, while simultaneously shrinking the float of shares. So it's this vol suppressor. And in fact, as I said, you know, it's
lowering
this huge
interest rate
source
as
of
early as
demand,
July.
much larger than a lot of these kind of day-to-day changes that we talk about with, you know, leverage ETFs or options dealer hedging
Federal
dynamics.
Reserve Governor.
That has been a massively underspoken
That's what's
part.
happening.
It's perverse, right? Because the macro bear case is corporate uncertainty on spending. Well, this is what they're doing with that cash instead. And it's driving the market higher, and the macro bears are kind of
okay, I've got some news here why the market is rallying and some positive news, so I'm holding on my trimming. Federal Reserve, Christopher Waller has just announced that indicating a potential openness to lowering interest rates as early as July. Bugger me, I'm right then, aren't I? Because I said we should get a rate cut in June. If not, it'll be July. No one thinks July. Now everyone thinks July. Indicating a potential openness to lowering interest rates as early as July, citing a diminished inflation threat. He acknowledged that the Federal Open Market Committee, FOMC, recently held rates steady. A rate cut could be considered to mitigate potential downside risk to the labor market. Weller also discussed the impact of trade policy uncertainty on the economic outlook and his view. So what's happening now is the market is buying in, expecting a rate cut now in July. This is good. That's why the market is rallying. Now, if we get an interest rate cut, that will protect what's happening in Japan. So now I'm holding. Yeah, what did I say? What did I say? I said yesterday we'll get a rate cut. No one said I was right. 100% of everyone. And I said, if it doesn't come, it's coming in July. And everyone went, no, it's coming in September, October next year. You're wrong. Well, it looks like I was wrong because it didn't happen in June. It's happening in July. The market believes we're going to get a rate cut in July. That's why the markets are rallying now. So I am not looking to trim. I'm not looking to trim because this is the news we're waiting for. Bugger me, I was more right than anyone then, right? Because I said June, and no one said June, and I said if it's not June, it's July. It's going to be July. Bugger me. I can't say I was technically right because I said June, but you know what I mean? That's pretty good, right? Okay, I said it before anyone. Okay, now we can let it run. We can let it run. I don't have to sell. If we're going to get a rate cut in July, it sends the right tone out. And this is great. Let's sit back and relax. The Friday phone in. I'm opening it up early today because I'm taking a shorter. I'm doing a shorter show. So the Friday phone in is open now. If you want to call in, be on the show, you can. Okay, if you want to be on the show, you can. Yeah. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it that I can't say I'm right, can I? Because I said June, but I said, if not June, July, and it's going to happen in July. There you go. Look at this. The market is pricing it in. Oh, I love it. I'm glad they didn't sell. Bloody hell.
You know, if you get a total, like, you know, backpedaling on tariffs and the confidence shock that we got all of a sudden
there
totally unwinds and people are excited again and it's animal spirits again. And, you know, in theory, cutting rates into that could create a run it hot type of environment. I think we're not close to that. But you would probably have the long end of the Treasury curve starting to worry about some inflation.
I mean, we're watching Japan core CPI.
There you go.
At a 2-year high. The price of rice, did you see this? 2x?
Yeah.
Year on year?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
2x, the highest annual rate for rice in Japan in 50 years. And so now we're back talking about BOJ rate hikes and what that does to the carry trade. And that whole conversation is back.
I think they're gonna be cautious given the economic outlook. Just want to also mention Accenture because
I want to sell into this rally. I want to trim into this pump. I want to trim into this pump.
It's the bookings number that is in focus right now.
Yeah, I want to trim into this pump.
Consulting agency, you know, people have been a little bit worried about the federal business lately with some of the federal cuts, but they also have a really good read on enterprise business demand. The new bookings for the quarter came in at a decrease of about 6% in dollars.
I'm going to trim into this pump.
Currency.
It's
We're going to
great.
speak next hour to Julie Sweet, the CEO, find out what she's seeing in the business. With the stock down 6.5%, really getting punished today, Mike.
Yeah. It's been a struggle, and it's
I think you want to trim into this pump, folks.
Obviously, can ask her is where Accenture is a beneficiary or a victim of AI trends, and how much of the business
you're getting a rally into this, but I'm going to take some profit off the table.
There's been this shadow of concern over that general space, and obviously manifesting again today.
Well, they employ so many people, like hundreds and thousands of people, and I think that they would say that AI is a huge catalyst for their business.
Yeah,
because
I am going to trim. I'm going to wait for this to calm down. We've got
AI. The question is, can they do it with fewer people?
I'm going to take some money off the table.
Piece this week about how American companies are not adding to head. Basically, the notion is if you're adding to headcount, you're probably doing something wrong. And the chart of
Sensei, what do you think about that strategy?
U.S. public companies since 2021 is down 6%.
Yeah.
Sensei, what do you think about that strategy? You like it? Every single share is in profit. I'm making money. I'm making money on everything. Yeah, it doesn't matter now. Every single trade is making money. Friday phone-in starts now.
Productivity gains.
If you want to call in the Friday, if you want to call in,
whether in fact it kind of outruns
the Friday phone-in is open.
Workers' ability to adapt and people to find other ways to do things. In the 90s, look, I remember I literally remember cover stories about what are the receptionists going to do? Everybody has voicemail in the office now. I mean, really, it was that.
Although it reminds me of what Gary Cohn said the other day on Money Movers. He was talking about the person on the Goldman floor when he started, who was in charge of essentially handwriting your schedule and your mail.
Go up 40%.
That did go away.
We've gone through a number of technological shifts. It was his point, and that people get displaced, but then new jobs get created, and we don't necessarily see a spike in.
I am inclined to take some profit when this slows down. We'll have a Friday phone in. The Friday phone open now. Call in. Let me read the comments. Let me bring the comments on the screen. How many comments? We've got lots of comments coming in. Gorilla is rocketing. Yep, you've heard the rumors about the CEO. They get you down, but you get up and let you get Gorilla is up 33%. Why is Gorilla surging? Well, You've heard the rumors about the CEO coming on the show again. What's with Gorilla? Thanks for the heads up on Robinhood Wallet. I was finally able to get some exposure to Zebic. Yes, you can get Zebic on Robinhood Wallet. You're welcome. Good morning, Teresa. Justin, Federal Reserve. Yeah, just said as early as July. Nice. The bets on have skyrocketed. Priced in now. Happy Friday, Martin Lucas at home. If not July, September. No one knows when the rate cuts are coming. What wonderful What's that? Right, Sensei. It means if they don't cut the market, we'll fail now. If they don't cut the market, we'll fail now. Yeah. Should there be with the 6 months? We've got to trim this because the Karen, nobody wants the no one wants the carry trade to unwind, but it probably is. So we're investors. We're looking forward. I've got to trim. I've got to take some money out of this market. I'm going to reduce my margin. So you do what's right. Sell shares. Yeah. So 551. Let's sort by price. This will be the biggest trade I've ever done on the show. 551. 551. 551. That's $39,000. That's this is a $40,000 trade I'm doing live on the show with you. I told you there would be the biggest trade you've ever seen live on a YouTube on my show. $1 million trade is coming. So let me excuse me if I'm not entertaining right now because I am watching a bigger thing. So here we go. Excuse me if I'm not entertaining or anything like that, but this is a $40,000 trade. If you look here, I'll clear the screen so you can see what I'm doing. Can you see at the bottom of the screen? This is a $40,000 trade. $39,616. I've just sold $40,000 based upon what I know is about to happen. 52% achieved. Now I can have a 50% crash. Market is falling. $41,000 buying power. I can now buy the yen carry trade. I've reduced my margin. The risk is now 52%, so I can now buy a 50% crash. The market is going down. I sold it at the exact right moment. 30 trades. 30 wins. 30 trades, 30 wins. 100%. Just watching that. So I used my tax lots. I made a small gain, but I got back all the money on the rally. And now it's dropping. I can buy it all back. I got $40,000, $41,000. That's 30 trades, 30 wins. I'm happy with that. I'm very, very happy with that. Let's just see if I've outperformed let's just see if I've still outperformed Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway. Let's see if I've outperformed Robinhood. Let's see if I've outperformed the S&P 500. So in 1 year, I've made 16.21% in 1 year. 16.21. The S&P 500 in 1 year is 9%. So I've more than doubled the S&P 500. So good for me. What about Robinhood managers? They are the experts. You pay them to do it. There's my Robinhood managed fund. As you know, I've got this here. 1 year, 8%. I've tripled them. Okay, rubbish. What about Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett, the greatest trader in the world? Have I beaten Berkshire Hathaway? 1 year. 18.91. Berkshire Hathaway, 18.91. The greatest investor of the world. 1 year. 16.3. Just behind Berkshire Hathaway. But now I've taken my profit, so I'm protecting my position. Year to date, yeah, 9%. I've beaten him on the year to date. Yeah, I've beaten Berkshire Hathaway on the year to date. Yeah, it's going down. I'm happy with that. There was your volatility. There was your news. There was your pump. There's your fear of the market over the weekend. And there is your preparation for the yen carry trade. Bloody hell, why can't I say that? Best trade ever, folks. What do you think about that? Do you agree with my trade? 30 trades, 30 wins. And obviously, I mean, it's a win, isn't it? So let's start a poll. I'm not going to ask you whether you agree or not because you can see I'm right. So I'm not going to ask you that. I'm going to ask you this. That was $40,000 live on the show for you. So I'm going to ask you one question. right? Because at the end of the day, I'm an entertainer, right? Question is, are you entertained? Yes or no? Bloody hell, I just put $40,000 on the line there, and I said I never lose. And I've 30 trades, 30 wins. And I wanted to ask you, are you entertained? It's a fair question, isn't it? If you are calling in, it's the Friday phone in, you have to tell me you're calling in the chat. If you are calling in, you have to tell me you're calling in the chat. I've got people calling in. You have to put your name in the chat. So let's have a look. If you want to call in, you have to let me know you're calling in. Thanks for the heads up, Robin Hood. You're welcome. Justin. Happy Friday. It means if they don't cut the market will fall now. Absolutely right. The news might be wrong. Should be rate cut within 6 months. I'm not buying today. I thought you said there's no need to sell. Just sit back and relax. Love watching your thoughts evolve live. Yeah. Wait 20 minutes. No. I'm not going to wait and try and time the market. I'm beating it anyway. Doesn't matter. Good morning. Sensei backs the trim. You backed the trim, did you? Psychology, do I do or not? That's always the question. Wait, sell later on in the day. No, I've done it. The news needs to drop. The news has dropped. Are you prepared for it upside, downside, or sideways? You can buy this dip, that's an issue. If you aren't in enough, that's an issue. If you can stand 5 years sideways, that's an issue. Can't buy any more. Those are always the questions. Morning, S&P, not sell yet. Short term, you are good. Let it ride. Yes, name what I'm doing. Wait till 9 o'clock. Don't trim yet. Well, you're saying that, Chris, but I was spot on. I sold at exactly the right moment. Do not sell, mate. Well, I was right. Bullish divergence. You're all looking at charts. You're just focusing on charts. You're not paying attention to fundamentals at all. Bullish divergence. I'm not discrediting what Sensei does because Sensei's a partner of the show, but you can't just keep looking at charts telling you what to do. Charts tell everybody else what to do as well. You got to understand what comes next. I was right. I mean, you can't disagree with me, right? 30 trades, 30 wins, and now I sold it exactly there. Sold it exactly there, right at the top there, just a snidge from the top, and there you go. Just gapped up on the out. No. Up in the ante from 30 to 40 grand.
Alex Swain has become a member.
Thank you very much. What is your profit? You're focusing on the wrong thing. You're focusing on profit again. You're not focusing on positioning and acquiring more stock. Profit is always good. You're all asking the wrong questions. You're all focusing on profit. You're all asking the wrong question. You're focusing on profit. Doesn't make much money. He is low in the risk. And yeah, he doesn't make much money. He is low in the risk and average because he uses margins. So now he has the market to go up. So now he is in if the market goes up and have ready cash to buy the dips. That's right. Nice one, Martin. Josh, you like it? Zach went ahead and sold Circle at 230. Going back up now. No, it's not going back up now. Chris, you're talking nonsense, mate. Sorry, but you're wrong. Martin, you did the right thing. Thank you, James. I was trying to understand the reason. I appreciate you, SM416. Yassine, you're welcome. Why are they halting MFI stock this morning? No idea. Probably because of heavy trading. Wow. Imagine if you had Berkshire, you would be up 40%. If you had Berkshire. Oh yeah. And I were talking about this the other day. Congratulations, Martin. I agree. This is what I would have done. I'm 24% year to date. Congratulations. Martin won't admit that there are better investments than VU. Martyn won't admit there are better investments than VU. There are better investments than VU, I will admit that, but they're not right for this show and not right for me. LOL. Good morning, MSK, James. I think it's a good trade. It's getting better by the second. Another win. Yet 30 trades, 30 wins. Alex Wayne, welcome. Sensei, I agree. ASTS, mine. We need something strong after this weekend. Martini Monday. A Vespa for a touch of class. Oh, yeah. Lovely. Just sold Gorilla up 37%. Good idea. Very, very good idea. Martyn, I had to walk away for a second. Did you say you sold at the top? Yes. Before it started dropping? Yes. If so, hell of a trade. Yes. Thank you very much. Yeah. I'm going to look now at the price of VU and see if I can buy back a few. I don't need to have that much protection. So let's go and see where I sold. VU, how do you do? So 71 shares sold at 551.96, 551.96, 55. We're $1.20 less. We're $1.20 less. So with we're $1.20 less. Let's buy back a few. Limit order. Saving nearly $2 a share now, and I want to be in because I want to get the dividend payment of $1.86 a share, so that's $4 a share or thereabouts, and I need to be in by Monday. Will it be up on Monday after the weekend? Will it be up on Monday after the weekend? Will it be up on Monday after the weekend? What are the banks doing? What are the banks doing? What's Bank of America doing?
Austin Trent has become a member.
I want to be in by Monday because by Wednesday you've got to be in if you want to get the dividend payout of $1.86. It might be $1.90. We don't know yet. I want to get that. I've just saved. I made a small profit. I've just saved a couple of dollars a share to buy back lower, buy back less, buy about 50 shares now and see if we can get a lower. Yes, Austin Trent, you can call in. All members can call in. Yeah, of course you can call in. How many shares did I sell? 5. Austin Trent, you need to be on camera, though. I'm afraid you have to be on camera. We don't let anyone who's not on camera call in. So Austin Trent, you need to be on camera. I don't know if you can hear me. Austin Trent, you need to be on camera. Austin Trent, I'll try again. You have to be on camera. Yes, you are. Yes, he is. Okay. Oh, it's dropping now. It's dropping now, folks. There we go. It's dropping now. This is why I'm weighing this up. Right, let me bring Austin Trent into the show. Good morning, good afternoon. Austin, how are you?
Yo, well, how are you?
I'm very well. Where are you calling in from?
West Virginia.
Sorry?
West Virginia?
Oh, Virginia. Okay, I just lost you a little bit there. How can I help you? I see you are a member of the show. How long have you been watching?
8 or 9 months.
Oh, welcome to the show for the first. Is it your first time?
Yeah, first time calling in. I've been trying to pay for my own membership, but I keep getting gifted them, so it finally expired. So I got loaded up again today. So.
Oh, wonderful stuff. How can I help you, Austin?
Well, I've got a response. You made a comment yesterday or the day before. One of your members commented on Jake Claver mentioning that XRP was going to go to $2,000 by the end of the year. You remember that?
Oh, yeah, I do remember that comment, yeah.
Okay, so I just wanted to provide a little bit of clarity on that. So he didn't say it was definitely going to $2,000 this year. He was basing that assumption off of multiple macro factors like Tether imploding. He's got a few videos on YouTube called the Domino Theory. So he's not just some wishy-washy dipshit, excuse my French, that is basically coming out here just throwing these predictions out there, trying to get people to watch his video. If anybody's actually watched him, he is a very, very smart person. You and him are the two shows that I watch the most because of the knowledge you both have. I just kind of wanted to throw that out there for anybody who may want to check it out, or even you, if you guys get a chance. He brings some really good points to what he's talking about.
I just have to stop you there. Please talk to me, ask me anything, but we can't offer promotion to a YouTube channel because we have sponsors who pay to do this privilege, so I can't.
Sorry about that.
No,
yeah.
not at all. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I just didn't want people to get the wrong idea, about someone saying that it might go to $2,000. I mean, I don't think it's extremely likely, honestly, but that's just one of those things that, and they were talking about how XRP is partnered up with R3 Corda, and that was another main factor in that, with talking about settling with the stock market and stuff like that. So,
but to say XRP to $2,000 is
crazy.
it's technically impossible, because you basically it's impossible, because you're saying that the market cap would be the market cap of the entire world, of every business. It just doesn't add up. Every business combined wouldn't equal the market capitalization of that. So you can't quantify and say it can get to $2,000. That's more silly than saying Bitcoin's going to go to 10 million. I mean,
Well, I do have a question for you on that one, because the market cap thing is a big issue with people like versus crypto and stocks, because it's kind of different. What's your opinion? So there has been a little bit of research done that when, say, $1 million of net flows come into XRP, the market capitalization grows by, it's got a multiplier on it. So sometimes it's anywhere from 20 to, it's been as high as 500x what the inflows actually are. I believe it was, I want to say it was a week or two ago, it was 2 or 3 million net inflows, and the market cap grew by like 20 billion. So that's the only thing that I was curious if you kind of checked into that.
Yeah, this isn't my field of expertise. Crypto is Sensei's bag. Mine is stocks, period. So I would refer you to Sensei. But market cap, oh, sorry, let me just get rid of that notification over your face. There you go. Market cap and what a stock is trading for, or a crypto is trading for, is not the value of the business. It's just what people are prepared to pay for it on the day. We've got now Palantir trading over 1,000 times earnings, and there's just no value investor, the best people who study all the numbers, buying that at the moment. Retail are buying it, and a few institutions are buying it, but it's a gamble. But the institutions bought it for a fraction of the price where it is today. They're just riding it up, enjoying the pump. But it's all very well making predictions and stuff like that. I mean, one of my friends, Mark Cuban, he's a Shark Tank. He's a billionaire, and one of the things that he says is the most ridiculous thing that anyone ever says when they go onto Shark Tank. They go in with an idea and they say, "I only need 1% of this business, and we'd all be billionaires." And then Mark will turn around and say, "To get 1% of Apple's business is so insanely ridiculous, it would be easier to get 100% of something that's rubbish," right? Because as you enter stronger and stronger markets, that tiny little 1% of, you think if you can just get 1%, you're a billionaire, right? It's so competitive. It's like you can't get space on the soft drinks cabinet. If you want to put a soft drink into a Walmart or whatever, in a fridge whatever supermarket. It's virtually impossible, because Coca-Cola own the entire space. If only I had one little bit in the bottom corner, but you won't even get that bit in the bottom corner. So it's, people get excited about prices and predictions, but we make them on principles. Now, this guy might be great. I don't know. I've not watched his videos. I honestly don't have time to watch anyone's videos. I wish I did. Honestly, that's not being rude. I just don't. I'm online all the time.
Go on live as much as you are.
Yeah,
you
I haven't got time.
You don't have time.
No,
yeah.
and I want to focus on my own information that I'm studying. I don't really care what the rest of the world's doing, what the noise is. I'm just looking at the stock market, and we've studied this, and there's no way you can come up with 2,000. Well, you can say anything, because you can say, well, if everyone does this, and if this happens and this happens, then it comes to 2,000. Well, yeah, but the things that you're predicting is just, if the sun doesn't come up tomorrow. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. I don't think it's crazy. It's just, it's good entertainment, I guess. People want to watch it. Good luck to the guy, whatever. But no, I can't see any. And also, when I talk to Ripple, and I talk to Zebek, and I talk to my press room contact in the White House, and when I talk to CEOs and hedge fund managers, they don't think it either. And in fact, when I talk to crypto project managers, they often say to me they don't even care about the price and even talk about predictions for the native coin. Now, for example, Brad Garlinghouse, we covered the live event when it went to the the summit, the Bitcoin summit, the crypto summit, and the CFO came out just before the event, and because people were upset, going, why isn't XRP gone to the moon? Blah blah blah. Because we're having this meeting, and he came out and said something like, we don't care what the price is, and if we want to dump it all today, we will. And it's like, and I have more conversations privately about this as well. They couldn't care less about us retail investors buying and selling. I like to say scratching under the table to get a few pennies when they're sat on the kings of the table, on the table, we're underneath, because they're building projects that will make money, not speculative money by trading it. They'll make money when the institutions and the banks own this stuff and it gets used in the real world. That's why I like Zebic, because it will be used in the real world and people will make money from it. And I don't mean by buying and selling the coin, from the actual, mechanics of it. And they're focused on that, a much, much bigger gain, much bigger prize. Whereas we can't control that. We're just trading in and out, trying to make a few bucks every day. Well, I don't do that. And so I don't make those sort of predictions because they're not based on anything even remotely likely to happen, but they could happen. I mean, anything can happen, but is it likely to happen? No.
So I do have a question. So you just mentioned you like Zebec because they're going to be used as far as speculatively they're going to be used for their payroll and stuff like that. Do you see a world where XRP is going to be used for cross-border payments?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think when I talk to my friends at Bank of America, they won't tell me because again, people aren't going to tell you anything that isn't public knowledge. I just get it first.
Yeah,
I want to be clear. When I speak to CEOs, they don't say, "Hey, Martin, this is what's happening." That's inside trading. I don't have that information. I have just what you have, but before you get it, before you notice it, because you just haven't seen it. The belief is that I think that Bank of America are going to, and other banks are going to use this to replace SWIFT, or at least work with SWIFT, and make money cheaper to send and more profitable for the bank. But remember, the bank likes making money for itself. Years ago, over 100 years ago, banks were services for us. They were government run, they were services. This is how it worked, because it was easier than having all the money being stolen by the cowboys running into the bank and holding up the bank every 5 minutes with all the bag of gold, right? So we needed a better system. But now banks are businesses, and they're there to give themselves bonuses, pay rises. The CEO gets paid billions, where those that work there get nothing. And all of us trying to buy the stock don't get much either. So they'll make the money. So for me, because crypto and XRP and all these things aren't going away, I want to invest in the mechanics and the things that use them. And it's why I say on the show, I think that crypto projects are going to go to the top of the S&P 500. Things like Coinbase or Ripple, if it IPOs. I can see it replacing Apple, because the biggest industry in the world isn't iPhones, it's money itself. And I can see how, a major brokerage or a major crypto project could sit at the top of the S&P. So I buy the S&P like crazy. And by the way, as we're watching, 30 trades, oops, hang on, over here. Best trade ever, a $40,000 trade. Look at that, I sold right at the top and it's going down. I don't know if you can quite see that. That's the S&P. I'm just waiting to buy back. I don't mind buying back some now and laddering in, but I'm getting ready for this carry trade, which is likely to happen. Anyway, does that answer your question?
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
What is it you do, Austin?
I drive truck. I'm a car hauler.
I thought you were driving a truck there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got the old Peterbilt there.
I love it. I used to have sorry.
Go ahead.
I used to have a 7.5 ton Iveco lorry that I used to drive around for my Vegas show. All over Europe and all over Britain. So that little that window
fun
behind you, I used to live inside there. I had a bed, a shower, between me and the cargo.
Yeah. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Hey, are you? I know you're in Texas. You a Cowboys fan?
Oh, you're asking me a question. You're going to get me in trouble now, right? I've been to the. I did Jerry Jones's Halloween party. I played at his Halloween party.
Oh,
Yeah. I also got
That's awesome.
a Jones. One of the players, one of the original players, one of the big stars of the 70s when they were winning the Super Bowl all the time, from Mr. Jones, signed, and not obviously he wasn't there when they were winning the Super Bowl, but one of the players called Jones got a signed shirt from a Super Bowl game. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a fan because I don't understand it. I've tried to understand it, I just don't get it. It's too complicated.
Well,
I'm a soccer man. I'm an England football man.
I was going to say, coming from, well, that's the real football. So
exactly.
You know.
We didn't want to say that though. Don't upset too many people, right?
I'll say it. I played both, so I can say it. I'm allowed. So don't let them give you crap for it because it's true.
I love it. It's nice to have you on the show. What's your main investment? What are you investing in?
Mainly XRP. I got a few other little cryptos, but eventually I'm going to start kind of taking after your tracks, getting into the S&P, and probably doing the stock market a little bit.
Well, you're a young man by the looks of things, so you're probably in your 20s, 30s, right?
Yeah, I'm early 30.
There you go. So you know, you can buy the S&P and just put your money in every month, every week, and you'll end up with $1 million without the drama. You won't have to find the top. You won't have to worry about the bottom. You won't have to sell and pay 20% to the tax man, and you'll make it anyway. When you're older, you've got to take bigger risk. It's a shame, really, because most younger people like the risk of crypto, but when you're young, you don't need any of that risk. I need the risk because I've got to accelerate. You've got plenty of years. You could do it the easy route.
Well, the way I look at it is, you know, and this is kind of how I've always kind of lived my life. I'd rather take the risks now when I'm young and maybe, you know, take a chance on getting ahead. Not do anything crazy, but, you know, take a chance on getting ahead now, and then you don't have to worry about taking the risks as much later on. But
no, you're right.
Anyways, hey, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I really appreciate you today, man. I love your show. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers, mate. How cool was that? Austin calling in. Wonderful stuff. If you'd like to be on the show, you too can call in. I'm just going back over to the S&P. Going to wrap this up in a minute. We got our event tonight. I'm just looking at laddering back in. I've got what I wanted. I sold at the top. I didn't pay any tax, or barely any. It was a very small thing just to get a lower price on that news. I'd like to buy back lower. I'd like to reduce my margin. I'd give myself bigger buying power for a bigger dip. So there it is. We shall see. If we get a nice little drop, I think I'll buy 50 shares of the S&P back, somewhere in the region of about 30 grand. I sold for 40. So, you know, I can start laddering in. Anyway, let's go back over to your comments. 200 trillion valuation is crazy. Don't mean to be rude. No. That's double the world's GDP. I know, but he was only sharing his YouTuber's broadcast. His friends, the channel he likes. He wasn't predicting that. He was asking the question. XRP's price will pump because of utility. It doesn't work through market cap. Tom Lee. I think Vaz is calling in again. Hello. Let's have a little look. Tom Lee was saying XRP could possibly go up to 150 by 2026. Nearly double the total value of real estate on Earth. Yeah, can you imagine? I mean, there's nothing wrong with being optimistic and having some good numbers, but we have to think about these things. Even if XRP process every SWIFT transaction for a year, it wouldn't justify even anywhere near that valuation. Do we have a CEO's dates yet? Yes, we do. We have 2 CEOs, maybe a third actually. I'm talking. In fact, let me just go and see if I've got any correspondence. Oi, the S&P's getting attractive again now. Oi. Let me look at the S&P. I'm loving it. Oi. I'm having a bit of this. Vaz, look at this. I just sold right at the top. The S&P, 40 grand. It's going down. Oh, it's 4. Let me get. Hang on, Vaz. I just got to buy some S&P. A minute. You just got to wait a second, Vaz. You okay for a second? Yeah. Right. Let me just do this, guys. I want to buy back now. Just sold. 551.53. 551. 551. 31 trades, 31 wins. Get him, you bad boy. You're loving it. Are you entertained? Thirty-one trades, 31 wins. Okay. There we go. Done. Sold at the top, bought at the bottom, bought everything back. Happy days. Lowered my average. 30. That was another trade. So that was 32 trades. 40 grand out. 38 grand in. Save the difference. There we go. Let's bring Vaz on the show. How are you, mate?
Yeah, Martin.
How are you?
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, mate. Yeah. Woohoo! Right, let me build. Have you got anything to show me? So I'll do your build up. These will all be your promotion videos for tomorrow.
Yes.
What have you got this time?
Oh, I can't say.
Oh, big
it's not going to be any surprise.
Right. Do it now. Do it now.
Yeah. I've got the most famous eVTOL aircraft.
Oh, lovely.
Just just in front of me.
Right, stand there. Hang on, here we go. Okay, so here we go. Oh, the stock market's going up again. Best trade ever. 32 trades, 32 wins. Get in. Live from the Paris Air Show, we've got Vaz on the ground. The big day is tomorrow, and Vaz is already there. He's on the ground. He's meeting everybody. He's got friends everywhere. I'm loving it. It's going to be an amazing show tomorrow, but live on the show, here he is. Let's go to Vaz live on the ground from the Paris Air Show. Good afternoon, Vaz. How are you?
Yeah, Martin. Good. I'm excited. I'm like a little kid. I love it. I love it here.
I
so
love
much
it.
to see.
So where are you now? What are you looking at now? You seem to be inside a building this time.
Yes. I'm in Hall 5. Actually, the layout is not what I expected that to be, but that's fine. I could find all aircraft I needed. I found all eVTOLs around here, so I'll be showing them tomorrow, no doubt. But at the end of the show, I'll just give you a little teaser. I'll show you something very sexy in detail.
Whoa. Oh, look at that. What are we looking at? It looks amazing. It's running as well. What's going on there? I can't quite see. Is it Archer? Archer Aviation?
Archer Aviation, yeah.
Look at that. That looks fantastic.
Don't want to miss this tomorrow.
It's going to be great. Archer Aviation, we've got everything going on tomorrow. Thank you, Vaz, for giving us these little teasers. I'll be with you. I'm so excited. Thank you. Is there anything else before I let you go?
No, that's it.
We're good. I just always want to make sure. I don't want you calling in from France going, I bought a plane ticket. I flew all the way to Paris and you cut me off before I said what I was going to say. So I just want to check. All right. Thank you, Vaz. Love it.
Okay.
There you go. Oh, hang on. He's back. I knew it. See, he's done it to me anyway. Go on, Vaz. What was it?
I just wanted to say that tomorrow you can walk around with me with my camera live, and we'll be looking at these aircraft. We might be talking to people as well. I'm working on something. We might see a demo flight of an electric aircraft as well. So join me tomorrow.
It's going to be great. Thank you, Vaz. There you go. There's Vaz on the ground. You cannot afford to miss that tomorrow. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. I'll also pin it to the comments over here and over here. I'll put the air show tomorrow here and down here. I'll put Vaz's playlist so you can see all the videos from the series. How exciting is that? Live from the air show. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. All right. Vaz... Tesla, and what time was that? 9:30. Whoops, 9:30. Vaz again. Right. Okay. What a morning. You've seen me trade 40 grand twice. That's 80 grand trades today. Bloody hell, Martyn, this is mental. Hope you're entertained. Hope you've enjoyed it. Okay. Yes, so the CEO. You asked me the CEO. Yes, I have one. I have one here for you straight away. So let me just give it to you. So we're going to have next Thursday. Next Thursday, not today, not yesterday, obviously. Next Thursday, in 6 days' time, at 10 a.m. Central Time, we have Wide Point on the show. We have the CEO on the show, which is Yin. So we have that happening on next Thursday. Mobix, I'm waiting for them to give me the date. It was supposed to be this week. It never happened, but it's booked. We're just waiting on the date. It's imminent, but there is the only one I have at the moment. All right? Okay. Everybody good with that? You did good. 30 trades and 39 wins. Sensei, do you think it could hit 100 by Q4? This would start a line. Love that. Hey, what Martyn do you use? The best brokerage, the one you should all have for free shares. Robinhood USA. There's Robin and UK. If you click on my referral, you'll all get free shares, free and whatever you call it. All right. So there you go. If the stars align, sure, but don't think so. Austin Trent, I was a mover for 21 years. I miss traveling. Best job ever. Same here. I think there's too much noise about the prices at this stage. Dave Hendley, what van line? I had an Iveco, just myself. Started with Allied for 10 years. Yeah, I'm a car haulier. Awesome stuff. I'm not either. We're having a chat backwards and forwards. Let me go past there for a minute. RB, hello, buddy. I remember when Bitcoin was 100,000. Vaz, bring up something back from the show. Martin, good morning. Any comment on Tesla robots? Yeah, I've done a review on Tesla this morning. So go and rewind the video for that. Thank you. You are welcome. Look at McDonald's go down. Yeah, McDonald done 0.5%. Yeah, it has moved down somewhat. Okay, so we've won today again. For those of you who didn't watch it earlier, we sold at the top because of the announcement of the potential rate cut. I sold at the top. I bought back 80% of it at the bottom. I'm holding my position. I'm waiting to know more. I've lowered my average. I've made profit. I've bought at better prices. There we go. It's protecting my portfolio. Let's have a look what my buying power is. Now you may remember this morning. I don't know what it is yet until I show you. This morning, my margin was 46%. You remember? It was 46%. Now, it should have gone up from 46% because I sold at the top, made a very small amount of profit, bought back at lower prices, so my 46% should have gone up. I should be safer. I bought nearly all back in again, other than $3,000. So it hopefully has gone up from 46, but I've got nearly all the shares back. All right, with the gains and the lower prices. Let's have a look. 46. It's now 46.64. All right, 46.64. Slightly improved. Not much. As I said, most of my position hasn't changed. Selling 70 shares when you got like 800 is a very small amount, but nevertheless, 40 grand in, 40 grand out. It's nothing to be sneezed at. I've improved my position. I've got a better price. I've got more cash to buy more, and there we go. I hope you feel entertained. Bought some myself, slight position. Cameron, good idea. Good idea. All right. Nobody want to phone in? Let's close the phone line. That's done. We're getting ready for our closing bell, getting ready for a party as well. We're having a party tonight. Every Friday night we have a bit of a party. Who wants to come to the party tonight? I tell you what, put in the chat, do you want to come to our party tonight? Every Friday night at 4 p.m. And you can always watch it later if you miss it. If you want an invitation, because I haven't created the event yet. So I'm just going to give it by invitation. I haven't created an event yet. Would you like to come to our party tonight? Every Friday at 4 p.m, we do a party on my music event channel. We sing songs, we drink beer, we fall off our chair, we have a laugh. It's a lot of fun. Would you like to come to the party? Anybody? Anybody? If you say yeah, I'll give you the link. I'll create an event and I'll give you the link. Let's do that now. Okay, every Friday night we do this. Let's do it. All right, let's do it. Let's have a party. So create, go live. Shall we call it? Shall we have a Zebek party to $1? I think we should. Who fancies that? Zebek to $1. Reuse. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Zebek to $1. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's have a Zebic party to $1 on. No, turn the ads off. I'll turn the ads off. It'll be my gift to you. There'll be no ads. There you go. Public, June 20th, 4 p.m. All right. I think I've created the event now. Let me give you the link and I'll send you all there for tonight, okay? Switch account. Martyn Lucas, investor. Right. All right, here we go. Going back up again now. I've got more shares at a better price. I'm happy. I've lowered my average. I've protected my margin. I've got more cash available for the drop, bigger drop. And if we get another pump quickly, I'll take the profit and buy back lower. We'll see what happens now. Right, live. Here we go. Right. This is the party. We're going to be live tonight at 4 p.m. So what we're going to do is at the end of this show in about 3 or 4 minutes, I'm going to send you to the extra channel where I'm going to give you, whoops a daisy, what am I doing? Hang on, I've broken it. What am I doing? There we go. I'm going to send you all to the extra channel where I'm going to give you the link to be able to join me tonight. So, oh, lovely. Hang on, it's going down lower, so now I can ladder in even more. Come on, come on. Let's have a bit more. Let me just get some more, a minute. When did I just buy in? Vu, how do you do? What price did I just buy? It's gone even lower now. I've started to ladder in, as you saw. So 20 shares, because you can see that I sold at 551s, bought back at 549s. And now we are 548s. Okay, so we can now go. Lovely, 549. Oh, down she goes, down she goes. I'm happy with that. Lovely. So now I am back in and 549, 548. Now I'm going to get my dividends. And now we're getting fully invested again. Lovely. Excellent stuff. Much better prices. Much safer. Good, good, good. Happy days. There you go. It's hard to try and do all this when you're trading for real. So, customization. Yeah, where we are now. Here we go. Redirect. Want to send you to here. Right. Okay. So what I'm going to do, if you want to come to the party tonight, it's the only way because it's invitation only. We're going to go over now to the extra channel. I'm going to replay you this morning's show, what you missed, so you can all see it. I'm going to put, so this is the extra, right? And I'm going to give you the link in there for tonight's party. So it's event only. It's invitation only. There is the extra. We're going to go there now, right? It'll automatically take you there. I'll replay Sensei's show from this morning. It'll replay my show as well. And you can enjoy that. Okay? And then in the chat here, once everybody arrives, I will give you the show for tonight's party, Zebek to $1. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right? So there you go. Good, good, good. So click on the link at the end or wait. It'll automatically take you there. You can join me. If you didn't see what I did today, I sold my S&P the highest tax lots without any profits or gains. Just got my money back here. And I bought them back here because of the pump that we got. So I've improved my position. I probably ended up with a share or two for free. I've lowered my average. It was 56% this morning margin. It's 46. 46. It's 0.14 now. Just gone back down again because I just bought those extra shares. All right, that will settle down. That will revalue on Monday because it's not processed yet. Okay, good, good, good. We're good? What a great day today has been. Let me come back to there. Wait, a better one coming. Just seen a picture from Archer Aviation. Just sent you a picture of March. Oh, hello. Hello, everyone. We need to have a stock to support the starts. The XY, yes. We need to have a stock to support that starts with a Y, that we can have an XYZ party. Oh, very funny. I like it. All right. Okay. Everybody ready to rock and roll? Right. Let's do day trader of the day. Then we'll have stars of the show today. And then I'll send you all over to the extra channel, replay Sensei's show from this morning, what you've missed, and give you the link for tonight's party, Zebek to $1. If you want to join in tonight for the party, you can. Fan-flipping-tastic. Let me do day trade of the day. Are you ready? Here we go. All right, so I'm down 0.23 at the moment. Let's see where you do. Down 0.23%. I spelt it wrong. Do it again. Spelled it wrong again. Down 0.23 at the moment. It's moving around a lot, isn't it? There you go. Who wins today? We'll do stars of the show as well. Who are the stars of our show today? Roll the credits. Stars of our show today are new subscribers: PJ, Manny, Marion Dias, members Cameron Griffin, Alex Wayne, Austin Trent, and a super chat from Thomas Morrow. Thank you very much indeed. There are our stars of the show today. So in case you're confused what I've done, I am a long-term investor. I want to remain in the stock market. However, I want to protect myself more and more and get lower and lower prices. But I don't want to sell and take and give money to the tax man. I also don't want to sell for a loss. So I used my tax lots and I sold $40,000 of shares right at the top here. It went lower. I started laddering in. I bought them back all the way down there. So I've improved my position. I've not paid any taxes, and I've got my stocks lower. So we are in a better position. I decided to get back in. The carry trade is a real worry, but I've got a bit of time for that because I want to be in because I want to get maximum amounts of dividends from the S&P 500, and you have to be in by about Tuesday, Wednesday, if you want to allow for the the settlement date. So you kind of need to be in before, just don't go on to the day because you just won't be in. I want to get maximum amounts of dividends every month. I want to increase it, which now my dividends pays my margin interest, about 90% of it. So there we go. I'm very, very happy with that. We got this little news about maybe we're going to get rate cuts. It went up. I took the profit. I didn't pay any tax. I used tax lots, sold from the top, and then bought back lower to lower my average. Now what I can do now is those ones that I've just bought are probably not the most expensive ones now. The ones that are most expensive, as we get a rally, I can sell the ones without profit and do it again if I think we're going to get the carry trade, which I still do. All right. Down 0.88, down 1.34, down 0.33, up 2.85. Jeffrey is the winner. Thank you very much indeed, Jeff Ron. Thank you so much indeed. Give him a thumbs up and congratulations to you. Right, that's it, guys. We're out of here. If you want to join me now on the extra channel as I end, it'll automatically take you there. I shall give you the link is pinned to the top. Once you arrive, once you're in, say hello. I want a ticket to the party tonight. Zebic to $1, and I shall give you the link to the party tonight. That's how you're going to get it. All right. Check your Discord messages, Martyn. Check my Discord messages. I can't have you on the show again, Vaz. We're running out of time. Oh, hang on. I'm going to show this. I love it. I'm loving it. Archer
Vaz has become a member. Discord DM Martyn.
I'm loving it. Okay, what have we got here? Look at this. Look at this, folks. Discord. Look at this, folks. Look at this. This is Vaz at the air show. He's got his EVTOL sticker and he's got my logo and he's about to put it on the fuselage, on the craft itself. Look at this. EVTOL, my sticker. There it is. He's going to put it on the nose cone of Archer Aviation. I'm loving it. Look at that. eVTOL hub. My logo going on the front of Archer Aviation.
Has become a member on Extra.
We like it. Thank you very much for that, Vaz. Absolutely fantastic. Now then, if some of you are going, yeah, but it's going lower, aren't you upset about that? No, I'm not. I'm not upset about that because as it goes lower, it would have gone lower for me at the top before I was up here. Now I'm here. So my loss is less. I've protected my portfolio. I've got a lower position. I've not paid any tax. I'm in a much better position. I've got back in again at a much lower price. So what if it goes lower? It doesn't matter. All I want to do is protect from a 50% crash. I want to be in the market. I just want to be able to get more shares at lower prices. That's what I've done. That's why it's 31 trades, 31 wins. Right, that's it. Is McDonald's a good buy today? It most certainly is. It most certainly is a good buy today. And good luck getting that. That would be great. Congratulations to you. Right, I've got to get out of here. If you stay where you are, it'll automatically take you to the extra channel. You've got the link at the top. The moment you come in, say, hi, I want a ticket for the party, for the Zebic party. I will give you the link for tonight's party. You can all go in there, share it, and that'll be exciting. You'll see it all over. You'll see it all over X later on today. All right. Everybody happy? Okay, it's time to go over to the extra channel where I'll give you the link. Come on in, say hello, and I'll give you the ticket. Very, very good. That's it. Until next time, I'll see you back for the closing bell. I'll see you back for the party. Right now, I'm going to be an extra, giving you the link to the Zebic party for tonight. What a great day. You saw me sell $40,000 and buy $40,000 at a much better price, and I'm in a much better position now. I hope you are too. Till next time, take care of yourselves and each other.